On the screen, blood starts to dance. Tickers run wild like a snake in the grass. Fingers twitch fast, orders thrown in. Dreams on the line, world spinning again. Shots like a maze, my head's on fire. Failure whispers, but I aim higher. Pop test gates trying to shake my pride. Won't stay down, I'll break the tide. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Test after test, I'm kissing the edge. Risk and reward, I made my pledge. Futures clash, the screen's alive. Bankroll breathing, it's how I survive. Fear and greed, they speak my name. Fight through shadows, win this game. Strategy tied, I'm locked and loaded. Profit streams, my brain's decoded. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Ooh, I'm ready for the bag, man. Like looking at the tad net. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get current now. Oh, I'm ready for the bag, man. Like looking at the tad net. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get current. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Eyes on the screen, blood starts to dance. Tickers run wild like a snake in the grass. Fingers twitch fast, orders thrown in. Dreams on the line, world spinning again. Shots like a maze, my head's on fire. Failure whispers, but I aim higher. Pop test.
Hello, guys. So good to be with you. We're back in Asia. New week, new trading. I got everything all set up. I am trading off my Mac against my PC. I am so happy I don't have to be on the PC today. Good morning, good evening. Everybody give me a shout out. Let me know if you guys see me, if you guys hear me. Michael, how are you? Joe, how are you? Very, very excited. I am so happy. I can't tell you how happy I am to have finally figured out how to remotely access the PC that is literally 1 foot behind me on my other desk, so I don't have to trade off my PC. I'm trading on my Mac using Parsec. I love it. Everything is all organized. You guys can see the screen. The indicator is all there. Actually, just did 2 trades before we even started. Let me show you the trades that we did. Let me go into properties, show you. Common. I want to show you trade levels, show you trade history. I don't want to show trade levels. I want to show trade history. There we go. So this was gold, which I took right now. So Good morning, good evening, everybody. I'm gonna jump right into the trades. I'll explain exactly how I do the trades. The full indicator. This is the full BFF indicator in MT5 in all its glory. It also comes in MT4, and my execution applet, which is Flash Trader. All of that, all yours. If you are a non-US customer, if you're a US customer, I can't offer this to you. But if you're a non-US resident, virtually everywhere else in the world, you can open up an account with our friends at ACAP. Just screenshot the QR code. Just add $500 into the account, and you get this. I already sent off a few of them last week. People were loving it, which basically puts you in complete autopilot mode to be able to trade my strategy all day long, all night long, the same way we do it in the US in futures, but you can do this now in CFDs, which is really, really cool. So a couple of $100 to the good already. Here's the history. Had a good start today. Let me explain to you what I'm doing, what the strategy is, and we'll get into the strategy even more as we get going. But the basic idea is I am trading momentum in trend, and the great change I made, which I am going to adhere to with all the intensity of a new convert, is I'm only going to trade in a direction of the trend. I'm not going to do what we're going to do is OTT, only trend trades. That is literally, this is going to be my motto. I think we're gonna do BK Traders OTT. Right there. Degenerate Traders. Degenerate Traders Reformed. That's going to be, I'm like part of the AA. So OTT stands only trend trades. And when we're trading only trend trades, the first thing you see, of course, is that gold is positive trend. The 200 period SMA below the 8 period SMA. So we're, short-term above long-term, positive trend, positive momentum. I actually took this gold, this green dot over here a little bit early, but it doesn't matter. Whichever dot you take, this dot would have worked too. $1 against $4. It's a short scalp trade. Made the buck, $100 on gold. Same thing with US 30. This is US 30. We are again positive bid. Short term, which is right over here, is above the long term. The signal was over here. This was my green signal. I got long, boom, we got done. All good to go. All good to go, right? Now I got nothing to do. I can take a look at NASDAQ. And NASDAQ would have been a trade, but you can only do 1 or 2 trades at a time. So I passed up the NASDAQ trade, but the US 30 trade made money. The gold trade made money, and now we're just going to sit here quietly and observe and see what goes on. What's happening in NASDAQ? Actually, it's interesting. I think NASDAQ. Where's my? Oh, let me do this. Sorry. One thing I realized with the dark screen, the cool thing about the indicator that you guys can see on the screen, of course, is I can change anything I like. There's one thing I'm going to do one thing. Those of you who already have the indicator, I'll update it for you for free. But for anybody who's going to get it in the future, I'm going to make the moving averages, the thickness of the moving averages, user customizable. Because right now they're just one default line thickness, and I want to make them thicker so you guys next time you can see it. It's sort of a wisp of a white moving average. But the point is that actually when you're looking at NASDAQ right now, we're negative bid. We just went negative bid. And what do we do in this situation? This is a really, really cool transition because I can guide you through exactly how I trade. My targets are 1040 in NASDAQ, Joe. 1040, okay? 1040. That's what I'm doing. That's a very, very reasonable target. US 30 is like, if I was trading CFDs all day long, I would do nothing but trade US 30. That is just like manna from heaven for this type of setup. So anyways, okay, let me explain to you what happens in a trend transition and why it's very, very important to do this so that you don't rush into premature setups. What's happening now is we have moving averages crossed over, right? So what we do now is we don't do anything until we actually get a counter trend momentum dot. I want a green dot, then I want to follow by a red dot, because until I get that, this could be sort of a fake out short dip below, and then and the resumption of the uptrend the other way. In order for the trend to work well. Good morning, Majestic. Good to see that you're a beginner. Everybody else, who's a beginner? Give me a hi. Let me know that that you're new here. You come hanging out with me. We've been, I've been off almost a week because we only trade Tuesdays and Wednesdays in Asia. So obviously, it's been a couple of days off. I've revamped a lot of the ideas that I'm doing here, which makes it, I think, a lot better. Santiago, how are you? How are you? Majestic, where are you from? Where are you from, my friend? As a beginner, which country? Anybody from Asia right now who's actually anybody from like Hong Kong or Japan or anybody else? Because I know I see a lot of Americans in the room. I know I have some Australians hanging out with me. Where else is everybody from? Maybe some Europeans who are crazy enough to stay up late. Algeria. What time is it in Algeria, Junior? Is it that's a swap, right? It's late. It's Middle East. It's almost like c'est presque de midi, huh? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be in Florida, Santiago. I'm going to be a little bit further up north. I'm going to be in Boca. I'm not going to be in Miami. I'm going to be in Boca. Yeah, there we go. Ça va? There you go. Bienvenue. Very nice. Very nice to have you from Algeria. I hope you guys enjoyed. Who's trading what? Are you guys trading gold? Are you trading indices? Let me know what you guys are doing. In the meantime, we're watching NASDAQ, right? So as we're watching NASDAQ and kind of like a beginning of a trend formation, we have, red dots, green dots. If we get a red dot now, that would be a legitimate trend signal. So, we broke the moving averages, we came down. Now we want to see some momentum. If we get some momentum, we're ready to go. We're going to hit it hard. We're going to hit those dots hard and see if we can get a trade off, and make it viable. If not, then this was a pure fake out. And this is how we avoid the moving average fake out. We don't commit to any kind of a trade until we get until the price spends some time in the moving average order. So I'm sure you guys had a good afternoon. There are guys who wrote me today that they had 15 consecutive winners today in trading, which is completely believable given how great a trend move there was in NASDAQ today for the rest of the day. I funded my last prop account, my 7th prop account. Now I'm done. We're gonna work through my prop accounts in New York for the wealth charts. We're just letting you guys know. Remember, I told you I was gonna try to fund that last one. That last one that I had, I funded it because it was so easy, and I actually traded my own real account. I opened up a real account with TradeAvate along with my AMP account, working great. Pretty happy with that. And it's all going to be working. So we're going to work funded accounts tomorrow. But on the CFD front, here's what we're looking for, which is going to be universal for you 24 hours a day, which is what we want is, and this is, what am I looking at? This is NASDAQ, right? So let me see, hang on. Sorry, guys. We're dealing with MT4, so it's just a massive pain in the ass. I got to do this, unlock this, right? So we're going to go back. So what we want as a trade setup is we want trend to establish itself. So here we are. You can see my arrow here. Trend is up, right? And if we can get what I call the trend slice, where the short-term moving average stays above the long-term moving average for an hour or 2 or 3, it's virtually guaranteed profits for us. Virtually. There's always a chance that something can go wrong, but it puts us into a purely profitable setup because all we do once we're in that mode, right, is we take the green dots, the first green dot after the red dot, go for 5 points, bank it. We take the first green dot after the red dot, which in this case, the close is 78, and we're just looking for 5 points. And you can see this one goes up to a high of, am I right, of 83? Yeah, right over here, would have TP'd over here, right? Maybe this one would have dipped over. Maybe this one would have worked. But this one, certainly, this is a red dot against a green dot over here. This one works. This is. I'm sorry, guys. You know what I'm looking at? This is the last. This is actually not a great trend slice because this is the 4 to 5 o'clock this is when the market is closed. So I'm just not even, this is not even, here's where all the money was made today. Literally every green dot was money, green dot money, green dot money, green dot money, all money on a trend-based position. And I hope you guys did really, really well. Asia, of course, is a much slower, easier structure. Oh, we have you see it over here right now? Let me move this over so you guys can see it. So what do I have here? Let me just actually get to the end. And what do I have over here? I have 45 seconds left, and I may have a potential red dot. Here's something cool I got to show you. Look at this. I have the magnifying glass going on because now I can do this in browser mode, so you can actually see the red dot forming. And we got, how much time do we have on the clock? 27 seconds left. But now the red dot goes away, so I have no signal. So when you sort of zoom in over here, the white is below the red. It's negative trend, and we actually do have a little bit of a red dot over here on NASDAQ. So if it stays, we're going to take it, but it doesn't. We have 9 seconds left, and it goes away. It's kind of playing, it's kind of playing us. Not a great signal. Not one that I really love to take, but I'll take it because it's a signal. All right, let's take it. Even though this wasn't a great signal, but we have a 5-point target against a 20-point stop, a pretty big point stop over here. We'll see if it works. Ideally, we'd like to see a little bit more momentum, but it's working. It's moving. All we need to do is just make 5 points here, and we'll see. It's playing around. If it works, it works. It doesn't work. It wasn't that great a signal, but. The point is we do this over and over and over again all day long. Hey, John. Why do I prefer CFDs over in Asia trading? Because we're trading in Asia, we're trading for our partner 8Cap, which trades CFDs, okay? And I want, there are lots and lots of people across the world. Not the whole world is U.S. centric. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Close. We get done. Close. We'll close it. I'll just close it up. We'll take the profit that we can and get it done. That was like $50 to the good. We'll take it. I think it probably would have hit our target, but I didn't want to play around with the spread. I didn't love this trade. Anyways, what's happening now is we have an inkling of a downtrend developing. I'm going to watch this. If this slice stays continuous, meaning maybe another half an hour worth of negative selling, they're certainly going to give us more opportunities for trend-based trades to the downside. So that's why we do it. Anyways, 3 trades to the good so far. Just these, just as we start Asia trade, exactly what we like in terms of being able to trade trend. That's the cool part. Oops. Hold on a second. Connect. Web browser, what happened? Come on, baby. Oh, I think it just my computer. This my PC, which is where I'm executing all of this, just went to sleep. I still love the fact that I'm trading off my Mac. I love that, which is really, really cool. Okay, all right. Kay is starting to trade her zip trades in our community. By the way, you can get all of the tools and all of the execution stuff that I have for you for free with ACAP using this QR code, or you can also join our community with this QR code. I'll put a link into the description. For those of you guys who are watching us on Twitter, on X, just QR code me. You're going to get the free access to our community, which will give you the full description to, oh, look at this. Look at what's going on. Asia opening up. Big positive move. Look at that. We just popped. What is that? Is that 20 points? Wow. Look at that Asia pop on the open here. So that was good that I got out of it really, really fast because I knew it was a very suspicious short move here. So basically, we look like we're positive trend again. US 30, we're positive trend again. I actually had an opportunity here in US 30, but I wasn't paying attention. This trade over here would have been a great trade to the long side. White against the red. With gold, we had nothing. We have no trades yet. Gold looks a little bit weak actually on the trend side, so we'll watch that. S2 US 30. I'll see what's going on here. And as to NASDAQ, if this recovers positive trend and starts to move up, we'll have some opportunity. See, it just crossed over here. Just crossed over here. You can literally see this. I can go on my my little magnifying glass, and you can literally see positive trend. So now if we get a red dot, green dot, we're going to go along on the green dot, on the momentum dot, right into it. All right, hang tight a second here, guys. I just want to post to everybody on Twitter to come join us. All right, coolio. Very good, very good, very good. So any questions on anything I'm doing? Let me know. Otherwise, we're going to just sit here nice and quietly, just watch the price action a little bit. See if we can find more opportunities. Who traded with me in the U.S. session and had a good session after we traded? Oh, I gotta sneeze again. Oh. Sorry, guys. Anybody trade the U.S. session with me? And post after I left you guys in the U.S. session and made some money. I had some really, really good notes afterwards. A lot of people messaged me, said that they had a great session off the pure trade structure that we have. Evgeny, yeah, did you have a good? What'd you trade today, Evgeny? Let us know. Hey, what time is it in Russia? Isn't it like? What time is it in Moscow? Isn't it like super late? Is it like midnight? What the fuck are you guys all doing now? Why are you guys trading Asia with me? Oh, it's 10 a.m. Oh, it's already morning? Oh, holy shit. Wow. Okay, cool. Coolio. I thought it was really late. Oh, man. You're going to get all of Kathy's notifications. Sorry about that. All right, watching this. Red dot over here, kind of like very, very flat market, right? Which is very emblematic of Asia. Gold looks like it wants to go negative, so we'll watch gold. US 30 kind of hanging tight, but no, I'm looking for a red dot here, because I need a transition. I need a sort of a transition phase. The way we trade all of this is trend, transition into positive momentum. From red to green, that's the trade we want to take. The reason why, of course, is because that's the easiest, highest probability fastest trade to make money. Could we trade all the green dots in the trend? Yes, there are lots of guys in the room that do that. I just don't want to take those, I kind of pace myself and I don't do those things. Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. You are like on the Pacific, right? Oh, that's why. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I forgot. You're on the other side of the world. Nice, man. Very nice. So everybody following me, give me a sort of a thumbs up. First of all, let's do a little poll here. Let's find out what everybody's trading. What do you trade? I'm actually curious. I'm going to do something which we don't trade here, but I'm curious if you guys trade this. I'm going to say Forex, gold, or indices. Choose one, please. Let's do a little bit of a poll. Let me know what you guys are doing. The sirens are back. What is that? Who can tell me if that is an ambulance, a fire truck, or a police car in New York City? Can you recognize that siren? It's not that obvious. Hello, everybody. I see more people coming in. Probably a lot of people from Twitter coming over here. Good to see you guys. Welcome. That was a dump truck. That'd be funny. That's it, John. You win the prize today. That's true. It wasn't a dump truck. No, that was actually a police car. Like, they will do that sometimes because the ambulance is really whiny. It's like, and the fire truck, and the police cars have like a variety of sirens they want to use. Like, if they're in a pursuit, it's really annoying. It's like, and if they just wanted you to get the fuck out of the way, it's like this one, get out of my way. And then they'll get on the best part about NYPD cops is they will actually get on the horn and they'll start yelling at the car in front of them. They'll be like really loud, so literally the whole street hears. They'll go, "Hey, you in the green Chevy, get the fuck off the side of the road!" Like, they'll literally say that. Get off the side of the road. It's just totally shaming people all the time. So a lot of new people in the room. I'm going to review what I told everybody else. Here's the setup. Here's what I do. Here are the tools that I'm using. And here's how we make money day in and day out. I am trading trend scalp trades. That's very, very short-term trades for 5 points in NASDAQ, 10 points in US 30, and $1 in gold. That's all I'm looking for. Every single trade is calibrated to that, to that take profit, right? Oh man, I really got to turn off the Google notifications. Okay, sorry guys. How do you turn off Google? I wonder if I just turn off Google from here, right? If I just turn this freaking thing off, is that gonna just no? It should be fine. Okay, maybe that way Kathy's notifications will go away. All right, cool. Okay. We're getting a little bit of a red read. So here's a perfect example of the kind of setups that I like to do. I'm only trading trades in trend, which in this case, white above green were positive trend, right? So only green trades. And what I need for my trade setup to happen is I need to have a red dot, which is a sell-off, followed by a green dot. If I have a resumption of trend, a green dot momentum move, which may be this candle, or maybe the next candle, or the next candle after that, that's going to be the candle we're going to go long on. That's the trade we want to make. In the meantime, gold is almost on the edge of going negative bid, negative trend. And NASDAQ is trying to figure out what the fuck it wants to do. It's still positive bid, very, very barely, but NASDAQ is just flatlining. So the only genuine positive trend right now is US 30, and even that is kind of quivering. Markets are sort of very, very flat today, and they haven't established any kind of a run. Our favorite, easiest, most profitable price structure position is when we have the short-term moving average above the long-term moving average for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. We want to see long-term continuity. And all we're doing is we're trading continuity. As long as we stay on the right side of continuity, we are in great shape. We just clip those wins all the time. Evgeny says that what he finds out in Asia is that each 2 dot signal, the open doesn't matter trend or not, because the first 30-minute price will move up or down, and you just need to jump in how it was minutes ago. Yeah, that may be true. But, I don't want to, you're absolutely right that usually the first 30, 40 minutes is just such chop city. There's almost no point in trying to construct a longer-term narrative against it. But, these are all, I don't want people to have bad habits. And I'd rather be patient. I'd rather, I'd rather settle in and let it create. Because ultimately what we're trying to do is eventually, some nights you don't have this, but eventually there's going to be a consensus view, right? Either long or short. And that consensus view is going to last for a couple of hours. And all it is, our job, I was actually talking to a guy today, he said something really interesting. He says, when you get good, you begin to learn how to read the market. And literally, this is the setup that we're trying to do, which is we're trying to, patiently read the market. Right now, the market is just telling you, fuck off. There's nothing going on over here. But it will establish a clean narrative. And when it does, we're going to take those trades and we're going to hopefully clip them. We already made $300 of the open, and we'll see what happens next. It's 10 a.m. Wake the fuck up. It's 10 a.m. for you. You have no excuse to go back to sleep. You have the whole day in front of you. All right, good job. Very nice. Evgeny, you get the, hang on a second. Let me do this. Where are my things? Where are my winner chicken dinner? Here we go. You get the, the coins. Now I want the chickens. Where are my chickens? Oh, did we kill the chickens? Oh no, my producer killed the chickens. You get the dollars. I have to. She must have killed the chickens. Oh, I can't believe that. What a shame. All right, never mind. We have to go. Oh no, here are the chickens. Never mind. Here's the chickens. I found the chickens. You get winner chicken dinner. Evgeny gets the winner chicken dinner. There you go. Winner chicken dinner. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Good for you. Very nice. Good job. No, ACAP is an actual broker. ACAP is a fully licensed, really great broker that we love very much. Here we go. They've been a great partner of ours forever. Can I please analyze gold? Sure. Although I'm kind of watching, I want to watch US 30. Let's see if we get a signal on US 30. Let's just take a look at what gold is doing. Oops, what happened to my gold? Oh, what happened here? Oh, hey, you know what? Gold actually gave us a buy signal. I missed the signal over here. So this would have been positive trend still. We had a red to green move here, and that would have worked. We should have taken this trade, but I was just sort of yapping away and looking at US 30. NASDAQ is negative bid. US 30 is positive bid. Gold missed trade. Just should have taken this trade. This would have been a good trade. So positive bid, positive momentum. Doesn't matter that it came all the way down. It was worth a shot, and it gave us a great shot. Either way, Like right now, I'm trading on I'm trading on a full spread platform. They can either charge commissions or do spread. So I'm trading on a spread platform. So everything on this platform is all in, right? So it's just all in on the platform. But they can do one where it's like really, really tight spreads and just commissions. Man, I'm sorry. So that's the first mistrade of the day. But hey, the cool thing with trading with me is like we're going to do 5-10 trades in a session. So we'll try to get more opportunities going here. NASDAQ, nothing much going on. NASDAQ is still negative, but NASDAQ is just like really not giving us any signals. Too flat. It's actually negative bit here. The white is below the red, but nothing forming itself. US 30 starting to pull away down to the downside. What's gold doing? Gold is actually starting to. Gold is finally starting to show a little bit of a rally. Gold is always a usually a positive bid trade, a positive trend trade in Asia. Asia loves to buy gold, and gold is like, I was cursing gold out in North America today, but in Asia, gold is one of the best trades you can do. It's super clean and super clear. Now, in the olden days, I used to wait for two dots for confirmation, and that still would be a pretty good setup. But since I'm trading this setup, the pure trend setup with a single dot momentum trade, I'm going to not violate my rules and not just chase this. Since I missed this trade, I'm not going to chase it over here just to get you into a trade. Michael is asking, how does the PMI and ISM data affect non-farm payrolls? Honestly, not much, but people use them as a kind of a forecaster. If they're weak, they think that the non-farm payrolls will be weak. By the way, I am going to trade non-farm payrolls. I'm going to trade them without K. I'm going to trade them by myself. So we're definitely going to trade gold. We're definitely going to trade indices. I don't think I'm going to trade FX just because it's too much focus for me. But we will discuss it all, and I'll certainly call out FX trades for those guys that want to trade FX. So on Friday, for sure, I'm very, very excited. We'll trade it hard. 8:30. I'll put up the slide in a little bit. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, here's gold giving me a red dot, which is a precursor, a pre-setup for our possible setup. US 30 is doing what? Nothing. NASDAQ is doing what? Nothing. NASDAQ is actually starting to develop a negative bid. You see how NASDAQ, the moving averages start to widen out. Momentum starts to start printing negative red dots. These are all things that suggest we might go a little bit further down on the NASDAQ side. What we're looking for is a development of theme, development of trend. And right now it's just very, very flat, so we don't get to do anything. But all of that is there. So this is a proprietary indicator called BFF. It's the exact same indicator I have on TradingView that I've actually developed for MetaTrader 5 and MetaTrader 4 that gives you all the information you need. The time when the candle will close, because we only trade on the close of the candle, the moving averages, the momentum dots, and you can put it all together. And this is a proprietary trading module that I had developed for myself, or that I commissioned to have somebody else develop, because this is a very, very complicated development tool that mimics the way MT5 trades. But the cool thing is it has the stops and the targets all built in, and I can adjust and modify them in real time. So it's a really, really cool execution tool, which you can use for anything, for FX, for indices, for anything else. And there's even a more advanced version of this, which if you're like a swing trader, I can show this to you, which does 2 exits. So it's a stop and a first exit and a second exit, which all of this can be modified. And when it hits the first exit, it goes to break even on the trade. It's a very, very cool version of this. All of this, by the way, is in our community. So just simply, scan this thing on the community, and there are free courses that explain exactly how to use these things. There's a day trading course, which you get for free, and there's a Forex fundamentals trading course, which you also get for free. Just joining our community, which explain how each one of these tools work in precision. So it's really, really useful. So even if you don't even do my strategy, the tools themselves really valuable. If you want to get them, you can get them over here. Sorry, I gave you I have the wrong banner up. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just make sure I got the right banner up. I got the wrong banner up here. What is this? Fuck is this? Oh, sorry, this one. This is the one. So if you scan this dot, you can easily get it. Where are we at now in gold? Gold is giving me a red dot. Where's US 30? Oh, US 30 is giving me we got 30 seconds left. US 30 actually setting up for a positive trade. We're positive bid, red above, white above red, short above long. If this stays a green dot, we will have a trade for us in US 30. Yeah, it disappears. And that's the beauty of it. The indicator basically keeps you out of stupid ass trades. It keeps you from making dumbass decisions because it will only give you a signal when there is actually evidence of momentum, right? Which is very, very cool. So see, I was going to pull the trigger. I didn't have to pull the trigger. The BFF indicator is free with a $500 deposit. I literally, yes, you make a $500 deposit at ACAP. I give you the BFF and the execution applet, all part of the package. Very happy to do so. So it's a really, really sweet deal. MT4 has no 2-minute charts. How do you do it? You know what the answer to that is, John? Get the fuck off MT4. Why are you trading something that's 3,000 years old? Trade MT5. I think there is I wonder if there's isn't there a way to make MT4 proprietary? And the answer is basically either just upgrade to MT5, which, I don't know which broker are you trading with that's still using MT4, doesn't give you MT5 choices. And if it doesn't, just, get rid of your broker. Seriously. It's an embarrassment to society to be trading MT4 at this point. But it's a good question. You know what? Now you got me curious. Now I got to go Google this. How do I create 2-minute chart on MT4? To create a 2-minute chart, you'll need to use period converter script. Oh, yeah. You need a period converter script. That's what it is. Okay. So you need a period converter script. Just Google this thing, okay? And it'll give you things. So you got to put the script on there, then you put the indicator, and then you'll create a custom layout. Or just fucking get MT5, all right? That's basically the story. Oh, yeah, so if you're at ACAP, then all the more reason, John, ACAP will upgrade you to MT5 for no problem. Just tell them to call your account manager and just say, that's true. But I've been upgraded. This is the MT5 version of Boris. Yeah, just call them up. Tell them you want an MT5 account because you're not a total loser, and they will give it to you. And then just do that, or go through the period converter script and do all the nonsense that you need for MT4. They're desperately trying to just kill. They stopped giving out MT4 license because the thing literally was written in the year 2000. It's great. It's really a testament to the Stalinist architecture that these guys have made. That MT4, 25 years after its creation, is still just refuses to die because it's so stable. But MT5 really is the future, so you want to trade that. Yeah. So I'm just patiently waiting here to find a setup here Maybe gold. Maybe gold. Gold is flashing me a little bit of a green dot, so we can watch the gold. So what's the setup? Positive bid, white above red, positive trend, red to green, selling momentum to buying momentum. Let's see. We've got 13 seconds left. If this thing holds, if the dot holds, we're gonna go long on gold. Oh no, shit! What's going on with gold? Fuck, this is the okay. It doesn't matter. We're gonna go long on gold. Here, I want to show you something very cool. So I went. Fuck it. Never mind. God damn it. Gold should be 1. Okay, let's do this. Okay, now I'm long gold properly. So here's what I want to show you. Here's the beauty of this tool set that I developed. You see that the stop is 30 and take profit is 20. Watch how cool this is. I can just go 4 on stop, 1 on take profit, and everything is adjusted instantaneously. So now I have the proper stop, the proper target on the trade, right? I'm in the trade long with a target of 58 at 57.6 to 58.66, and the stop at 4. See how easy it is? That's the really cool part of this execution applet, is that it allows you to change stops and targets post-trade, after trade, just like I did right now. So it doesn't even matter. I could have 0-0, and I could set it up, and it will automatically change. As a matter of fact, if you want me to go back, watch how cool this is. I can go to 10 target. Right now, my target goes to 67 over here. I can show it to you here. It goes to 67, right? And now I'm going to go back to 1 target, right? And now it goes back to 58, right? Really cool, right? So super, super easy to do this. Hope you guys really like this. It's a great tool set. I, spent years trying to create this thing, and we're able to do it. So anyways, gold is a legit buy trade. What is US 30? US 30 is doing nothing. NASDAQ is doing nothing. So we got nothing to do. We're just twiddling our thumbs. I like manual transition though, Evgeny, So I have a sweet spot for manual transitions. Who knows? Oh, we're going to do, this is going to be it. We're going to find out how old this group is. Okay, so this is interesting. The poll results today are really totally split. Wow, just a third, and a third. Everybody trading a third Forex, third gold, third indices. By the way, you can easily trade Forex with this. It's just you got to do it on a longer term basis. I don't trade FX because I'm not a loser. No, I'm just kidding. I just don't trade FX because I have a attention span of a gnat, and it takes forever to by the time one FX trade closes, I already made 10 trades in indices. But what I was going to say is, I know. I know. Okay, here's the poll. It has nothing to do with trading, but it's fun. It's a fun poll. Let's do this. Do you know how to drive? This is going to tell me how old you guys are. Transmission. And also whether you're a European or not. I think I totally misspelled this, but whatever. Okay, here's the second poll question of the day. Do you know how to use manual transmission? Who can drive manual? Be honest. No, Michael, I wasn't always a retail trader. I worked for Drexel, Burnham, and Chernham a long time ago. So gold trade not really working yet. It's kind of weak, but got plenty of time. We'll see how it trades out. If this doesn't work, it's perfectly fine because obviously not every trend scalp is going to work. The key idea is that what we're looking for as far as the accuracy and precision. I'm happy with a 5-to-1 because it's obviously positive expectancy. Generally, we're around 6-to-1, meaning for every 6 winners, we usually have like 1 loser, especially if we're doing a good job on it. There are times where you can get 10-to-1, 11-to-1, 12-to-1. When you have a beautifully long-running trend, every single trade is a winner. It becomes really, really sweet. So this, obviously, in Asia, always going to be a little bit problematic because we're trying to figure out if there's going to be any kind of a narrative move here, meaning that, people want to lift gold price up. I generally always want to be long gold than short gold in Asia, but, today could be one of those days where we just kind of die out. Indices are literally doing nothing. It's, 8:30, and it's like Tokyo just decided they just don't even want to participate. NASDAQ, same thing. Although NASDAQ, look at this. NASDAQ's been sitting for a good 20 minutes in negative trend, right? So that's interesting. Whether that means that we're starting to develop a little bit of a sell bias remains to be seen. We'll see. But if we get a kind of a deep sell-off, then a green move, red move, that's going to be a perfect move for us to sell. But right now, it seems like it's just having an EKG of a lobotomized person. No movement whatsoever. What was your first car, DA? Do you know what my first car? Let's see who can guess. This is really interesting. Let's see who can guess what my first car was. What was the name, brand? Because this is a really hard question, because the car company exists, but the name does not. I'll give you a clue. It's Japanese. They used to be called one thing, but now they're called a different brand. That's how old I am. Oh, look at this. 87% of people. Corvair. A Corvair was a beautiful car. I don't even know what that is, my friend. British Hillman Hunter. That does not sound very safe. Oh, Cameron Scott. You must be a car guy. Look at you. You got that in a second. Yes, my first car was a Datsun. Exactly, which is now Nissan. So I had a Datsun B210. And if you guys don't know what that is, that was literally the workhorse. It was a tiny ass little car. No kidding. 3, not even 4, 3 fucking cylinders on that car. Anytime it snowed, in my house, and we lived a little bit up the hill, it was literally just taking life in your own hands to see if the car would have enough horsepower to get up the hill. It was hilarious, but I love that car. It was a lot of fun. Oh, the Isuzu Rodeo. I love the Isuzu Rodeo. I had that too. I had the truck, man. I used to love the Isuzu. That car was a beast. I felt totally invincible in it. In fact, you could roll over other cars in that car. That was so much fun. The best car I ever had, just as a car, not as a the thing had literally holes in it. It had just rust holes in the middle of it. But I had a Honda Accord, right? Like one of the old Honda Accords. That at the time I got it, because I think I don't know how young I was. This was after the Datsun. Maybe I was right out of college, because whatever it was, I definitely had no money. The Honda Accord was already 20 years old when I got it, and it was a stick shift car, and the engine was 95% efficient. It was butter. I could not believe that car was just butter. I used to love that car, even though it literally had a massive rust hole in the on the car, not on the hood, but on the what do you call it, the front part of the car. It was funny. Yeah, Accord was, when Honda used to make Accords, they were amazing. I used to love them, the best. Hey, look at this. We're turning positive bid in NASDAQ. So that's good news. Where's US 30? Oh, US 30 actually has a trade. Let's go long trade. We're going to go long US 30. So here we are. The reason why I took this, by the way, is because we're still within the range of entry. So, and I'm yapping away. I'm not paying attention. I'm gonna miss some entries, but this is close enough. What do we have here? We have a red dot. We spent about 20 minutes consolidating. We have a green breakout dot, positive trend. let's see, let's see if it plays out. We have a 10-point target on this to 580. 580 is our target right over here. By the way, I could not figure this out, and I wonder if anybody knows how to do this. You see the take profit button over here, and then the stop loss button, level over here. I can't make them thicker. Anybody knows how to make these particular things thicker? I couldn't do it. I couldn't find the like documentation on how to do this. So if anybody knows how you can configure, because these are very, very thin stops, right? You can barely see them in the move here. Let's look at NASDAQ. Do we have a trade here? NASDAQ is positive a bit too now. Very, very thin. But it looks like, maybe equities decided to catch a bit a little bit here. Let's, we'll watch them. Oh, yeah. Evgeny says here that everybody is jonesing for their old Accords. They're really, look at this, Acura Legend. Yeah. Subaru, man. Driven that too. Hilarious. Yeah, but that Datsun B210 always has a soft spot for me because it was literally like I was 16. I actually I got the car, and literally 3 days later, I managed to get myself into a car accident. Not my fault, because I think I was driving and the car in front of me slammed on the brakes. And of course I had zero experience at that time. So I couldn't stop in time, and I swerved and I clipped the car, and I put the car in between a telephone pole and the very, very thick wire that was holding up that pole. Did we get done? What happened here? Oh, no, I got clipped on gold. So I guess gold died on us. Okay, so gold may be starting to get negative. So we'll watch gold, because if gold develops a negative trend, we'll go the other way. And I'll show you how with CFDs, it's very, very easy for us to resolve these trades the other way. But for now, we're just going to watch the US 30 trade and try to see if we can get that 580 target. And also we'll watch the NASDAQ trade as well. So NASDAQ actually, in a very, very wispy, thin way, we're positive bid, white is above the red. There's a red, we have a red dot. So if NASDAQ actually shows us a green dot, we're definitely going to go long NASDAQ as well, because that would be a legitimate trade for us. 90% of you know how to drive a manual. Very nice. Thank you. Actual drivers over here. Very cool. Very, very cool. So quiet day, guys. Really not a lot of action. So that's why I'm not, I'm trying to do the best I can in terms of trying to show you trades, but nothing much is happening. We are truly dicking around. Like, there isn't even a scintilla of a trend kind of developing. We're just, chasing our own tail. The only trade we have going right now is the US 30 trade, which, gave us a legitimate buy signal, but really not having a lot of follow through on it. But that's fine. It may take a little while. It seems like everybody in Asia is kind of sleepwalking right now. After a pretty good day in the US, we had a relatively decent move up. I haven't looked at the news today. Let's see what's in the news. Let's go to TweetDeck. Let's see what the headlines are saying to us. Yeah, it's really, I don't know if you guys saw Atlanta Fed today is calling for a 4.5% GDP growth this quarter. Really, really big growth. So I think there's zero chance we're going to get rate cuts today. It's probably pretty accurate. Japan PMI 51, not bad. Canada says additional U.S. tariffs on steel are unlawful, unjustified, blah, blah, blah. Bank of Canada has a rate decision tomorrow, but otherwise nothing. Oh, I don't know. Do you guys remember this? This is a really wild story. Do you guys remember the boxer? Oh, Mr. Algeria, where are you? Who's? I have a Algerian thing. So I don't know how you feel about this, but like, remember this boxer who won that everybody thought was a man? Well, they actually leaked his medical report. He really is biologically male, which was pretty obvious actually. But that was a big story. It just broke up. But as far as market goes, we've got nothing going on. It's really, really quiet. Really, really quiet. We can also just take a look at, let me see what else is going on here. I just want to, where is this? This is just sort of my all list. See if anything is going on. All right, nothing much going on here. Bloomberg doesn't have anything. Markets. Stocks getting U.S. jobs surprise. As treasuries fall. Wall Street games out to profit. Blah, blah, blah. No, nothing really going on. Okay, we'll close this up. Wait, how do we? No. How do I close all my tabs? Oh, close group. Okay. Yeah, let's see what's going on over here. We're pumping. US 30 looks like it's moving in our direction. Where's NDX? I'm sorry, guys. I was putzing around. I missed the trade in NDX. But the good news is that the US 30 trade is working. And we just we're like 2 points away from target here. You know what? I'll just take it here to give us another win. I'm sorry, I was putzing around looking for news because I was bored. And this was a trade right over here. Here was a good trade. We could have had another $100 point target. But we know we've had 4 winning trades here with $100 each, pretty much, in a very, very quiet session. The only thing that didn't work was gold, and that's and I'm going to show you how I'm going to resolve gold. So remember, I'm trading very small sizes for this account. I'm trading $100 trades. It's a $100,000 account. So my next plan, if this trade failed, right, is we have a negative trend. This thing is when this thing gives me my setup, which is if it's going to go green dot, red dot, I will short at larger size. I will make that, hopefully that trade will work. I'll make that money back, and then I'll set myself up to full profitability for the session. She's a woman born and raised. Yeah, but biologically, that's the whole point, Junior. I know she was raised as a woman, which is fine, and that's what I'm saying. That's the controversy. But biologically, he tested as a man, and that was the big argument in the Olympics. Biologically, yeah, but he didn't do much. Like he basically, I don't think we didn't see any reaction to him. What I think about Bloomberg Terminal at $2,600 a month, for me, it's completely unnecessary. I pay $30 a month to get Bloomberg, like to literally, like I don't know if it's worth it for you guys. I just get the Bloomberg news feed, just mainly because it keeps me abreast. But there's a lot of Bloomberg type of stuff for $60 a month that you could do. You know what? Oh, let's do this. We got a little time. Let me see. Do I have any setups going on? I'm the only setup I'm waiting for right now is gold. And since I got nothing in gold for right now, let's ask this. Let's ask Claude, my favorite Claude. What are cheap alternatives to Bloomberg Terminal? Yeah, that's bullshit. No. Low cost paid options, $20 to $100 a month. Alpha Architect, Keyoften. Yeah, this is Keyoften is pretty good. Y Charts is also kind of like pretty good. Fact Set, $150 for specific use cases. How do you now part of the quantitative data? IEX Cloud, Polygon. What about a news analytics web-based for $50 to $100 a month? The Raven Pack, that's the one I was thinking about. Raven Pack is pretty good. And Sentio, these are pretty good ideas. If you guys want this, I can share this with you. Let me make this public. I'll put the link in here. You guys can look at the resources here. All right, back to looking for ideas. Okay, US 30, that all got hit. Okay, so overall, I mean, my point is, and there was two trades that I totally missed, right? I missed the trend trade in gold. We didn't have a trend trade in NASDAQ until this one. I missed two of them. So, I made 4 winning trades, have one trade that I need to resolve in gold, and missed one of them. So that's the story. Okay, actually, gold finally looking like it's possibly a setup for us. The setup for us would have to be the following. We still have to remain negative trend, right? So this thing can't go back up and the moving averages start turning around. And you see the beauty of the setup is that if it's not giving you a signal, you're not doing stupid stuff of like trying to short something that's rising, right? We're going to short something that's falling. We're going to buy something that's rising within the structure. So if we got no setup in gold and gold starts to turn itself around and starts to resume another uptrend, we'll go long on the thing. But the cool thing is that we just have to be patient and wait for the signal and give ourselves the opportunity to do this. So we'll see how it goes. $42 seconds left. We need to see a red dot for me to get short gold. And actually, what I want to do is I want to get short this. $16 seconds left. How are yields? I haven't looked at yields. Let's see what's going on over here. Yields are mildly down, so that's positive. That's positive. Okay, finally starting to get a red dot in gold. That is minute 43 seconds left on the clock. So we gotta wait patiently here to see if this is going to give us a trade. No, I've never had 4 in a row. No. You generally, it's very unusual to have 3 in a row in trend. I've had 3 in a row where I've not traded trend, which is obviously very bad. The 3 in a row in trend, if you're doing it, should really not be it's rare. It should be like a 1 out of 100 structure, in its format. What is going on here? Oops, and the red dot goes away, guys. So no trade so far. 40 seconds left on the clock. We'll see. Maybe we get the red dot. We'll see. 34 seconds. I'm just waiting patiently. Let's see what gold wants to do. Gold is just notoriously choppy as a product. But, and this is something that I talk about all the time in prop. When you're trading your own money and you're trading prop, you always want to trade the smallest possible size. Okay, what do we got here? 1 second left, sell. Okay, we short gold because that's a legit sell signal. The target here is 50.44. 50.44. So let's see where we stand on this thing. Oops, it's going up against us. Okay, let's see if it may just completely flip me out. But again, I have like literally 756% of margin, so I have plenty of money to try to resolve this on the next time if this doesn't work. Well, we'll see. What's Nasdaq doing now? Nasdaq looks strong. US 30 looks strong. So now we're just, both, the indices are of course really great to trade. I mean, in the order of like how I would trade, what are the best instruments? What are the worst instruments to trade for scalp, in my opinion? And it has to do with liquidity. So on the CFD front, I think actually US 30 is better than Nasdaq. Oh, look at that! Gold got done. While I was yapping away, you saw the price action go, and that's how we resolved the gold. So now we're nicely positive for the session, and we're good to go. So that's what we did. Is there less futures? No, there's lots of futures in lots of volumes futures. Is there? No, there actually isn't. So for those of you guys who are not aware, or maybe don't know, is CFDs are artificial products, right? What I mean is that they're just they are a derivative. It's not the actual product. Like it's a side bet. It's a side bet between you and the broker, and the bet is you're taking a position on the price of the underlying, and if you win, if it goes in your direction, you win. The broker pays you the difference. If you lose, you pay the broker a difference. That's why it's called contract for difference. You're not really owning anything. You're just making a side bet on the product, right? A future is an actual right to own a certain product. Like it's the right to own the S&P 500 stocks or the Dow Jones Industrial 30 stocks or NASDAQ 100 stocks. CFD prices, all prices for CFD, including gold, including oil, everything else, are all derived from the futures market. It's the futures market that makes all the prices. That's where actual economic activity happens. That's where people actually set prices. And every CFD broker is using the feeds from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange to set their prices. And generally, what they do is they take the first 3 months of the contract. They take the whole what's called forward curve and kind of create a blended price. So they're not trading the front month like in futures. We just trade the front month on prices. And the CFDs, the prices are synthetically derived. Binary trading is totally different. Binary trading is a derivative of a derivative. Okay? Binary trading is yes, no. You get paid, I say yes, and the odds are 2 to 1. I get paid $2. If I win, I lose $1 if I lose, or whatever. It's the other way around. Usually you lose $2 for every dollar you win. Those are percentage bets. Contracts for difference is actual price differentiation. So I buy at 100 and I sell at 90. That's a $10 difference I owe the broker. I buy at 100, I sell at 50. That's a $50 difference I owe a broker. Okay, that's how that's set. So it's not a binary contract. Is I bet it goes to 50, and if I'm right, I get paid $2. If I'm wrong, I lose $5. Whatever the odds are. So it's completely different. The odds are fixed in binary. In contracts with difference, you could lose literally 100% of your bet. US 30. What's on the US 30? Is there a trade in US 30? US 30 is now setting us up. So US 30 has a red dots. We get a next green dot that could be a potential setup in US 30. On NASDAQ, same kind of a thing. NASDAQ, if you look at NASDAQ right now, we're positive bid. White is above the red, but we would need to have a green dot in order for us to create a trade. Generally, indices are kind of very, very flat, right? Not much going on over here. And US 30 could have served the same thing. And gold established a modest downtrend, and we were able to take advantage of it. And this is the great aspect of trading trend. You're able to take advantage of trend conditions, because here we came in here, got ourselves resolved super fast, got ourselves done, and we're up for the day. Where's my history for the day? We're up for the day, $300 to the good, and we're done. That's it. $1 a day keeps the doctor away. And gold now starts to establish a more significant downward trend. You see how you can really, really begin to understand trend by understanding my scalping methodology. So I'm going to leave you the link for 8cap if you guys want it. As I said, the tools are all yours if you want it. Open an account, get it done, and I'm happy to send it to you. Okay. Any final questions? Anything else on your mind? Good session today. We did a good job. An apple and $1. Okay, I was going to say something, but I really bit my tongue because I'm going to try to be a good boy. But yes, an apple and $1 will make somebody holler. Okay. Anything else, guys? We good session, quality stuff. I missed 2 or 3 good trades. We could have had about a $500 session, but still not bad. $300 to the good. OTT, and you see me. I think I'm gonna make another. I'm gonna make a song called OTT, and that'll be like the lead song for us. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm trading with you guys. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm trading with you Wednesday. Then I'm gonna be off to Florida Thursday, Friday. So Friday I'll be trading with you guys from non-farm payrolls. Okay, I'll be out of Boca Raton, the retirement home of every Jewish grandfather in the world. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Everybody enjoy. Everybody have a great day. I will see everybody tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye-bye.